Hey, Roqui.
Good morning, you guys. Look at this stage. You see that? Hello! This is Plays in the Park, SF Mime Troupe, award-winning, Tony Award-winning group here in the Bay Area, and they've traveled the world putting on plays for people in public areas. Sooner this afternoon, this entire park will be full of hundreds of people watching you guys up on stage.
Hopefully.
Yes, Michael. Okay, so SF Mime Troupe, first and foremost, when I first saw you guys, I thought, okay, yeah, so we can do some mime lessons and, you know, have fun. You guys teach me how to mime. But that's not quite what we're doing here.
Not silent mime. The definition of mime is actually the exaggeration of everyday life in story and song.
Okay.
And so we do story and song. Singing and dancing. It's just like a Broadway play, only it has a point.
I love it. Okay, and speaking of a point, let's cue the video. As you can see, if you're watching the video now, you guys have special messages with your plays, and you're very socially aware. Explain that.
Well, the Mime Troupe is very much a theater of social justice and economic justice, trying to tell the stories that we all hear every day, these things that we don't feel like we have enough information about or don't have enough explanation about. Right. And so the Mime Troupe really sees things from a working class perspective. Okay. How does it, not just how does it affect, you know, the corporate heads or the rich people, but how do these issues affect average, everyday, working class people?
Of course, and obviously there's lots of things going on in the news right now. Yeah. And of course, the play we're doing now, School, doesn't address those issues, but that's something that you would eventually probably incorporate in your plays. That's how it works, right? You use recent events.
Yes, well, that's right. How we decide what we're going to do at any given time is based on what the burning issues for us, and then we figure out how we want to discuss them in a way. Heavy stuff, we talk about really heavy stuff, but we use music and we use humor as a way to make it more fun and entertaining to discuss these things. But we're hoping that through the process that people will be inspired, they'll be engaged, they'll feel like, okay, let me think about what I can do, because some of these things that are going on in the world just feel so overwhelming. Yes. And you just feel like, what can I do? How can I do anything to impact the situation? And so that's part of what we want to do, is create a situation where we as a community can come together, have fun, but also think about how we together can make a difference.
Exactly. That was beautifully said. Thank you. Now, Schooled, really quickly, what is Schooled about, and how can people come out and enjoy it all throughout NorCal, including Sacramento area?
Well, Schooled is about not only about the corporatization of education. You know, all of these things that we have that are kind of the public wealth. You know, we have public schools, but as we rely more and more on corporations to kind of fund those things, then that is going to affect what gets taught. Okay. How that the different corporate mindset versus the public mindset is going to happen. The show is also about an election. Okay, it's a big election. It's about a school board election. The last president of the school board, who's kind of been interested in public-private partnerships, he is passing on his, he's leaving the party, leaving the board, and who's going to be the next president, basically, of the board? Is it going to be the pro-corporate person, the public-private partnership person, or is it going to be the person who really believes in civic ownership? There we go. All right, you guys got to come check it out. Schooled here in the Bay Area. Today it's in Berkeley, Live Oak Park, but you guys can find it out in Sacramento, Davis area. Look on their website to find out where you guys can check them out. I'll send it back to you guys.
Very cool.